Hi everyone, I would like to tell you a little bit about reading the Bible in community, which probably seems particularly strange, I guess, in the moment that we find ourselves in, because community is one of the things that, for all we can sense it, has become socially distanced from us. And it's something that we experience much less and are perhaps beginning to mourn and grieve. And we certainly should be, mourn and grieve and lament the loss of. But we're supposed to read the Bible in community. You might notice in the Gospels that frequently Jesus sought solitude. He sought what is normally called a desolate place. The Greek word is eretz, a wasteland or a place away from lots of people, in order to pray and seek and be with his Father. He would typically pray on his own and then he would read the scriptures with others. And that's intriguing. We can learn something from it. Now, we ought to notice that what I'm saying is a little bit anachronistic because Jesus couldn't read the scriptures on his own in the way that we do, because I've got a Bible here, which I'm able to have. It's printed, and I've got multiple copies of Bibles in the house. Jesus had none of those things. The book had yet to be invented by early Christians to make Bibles with. But scrolls of the Old Testament would have been held in the community, taken out and read together, because that's what they had. And he would instead have memorized the Bible and then been able to quote it and meditate on it when he was praying and spending time with his Father. And we can learn a lot from that. We should be doing the same, being able to memorize and meditate on the Bible, particularly when we're spending time with God. But we are gifted with the ability to carry on with us, and so we're able to read it individually in a way that he wasn't. That's a wonderful thing. We should embrace it. But as a result, we tend to read the Bible on our own. And while that's wonderful, it is also out of step with most Christians in most of Christian history. So you've got to ask yourself, friends, do you read the scriptures with others? Because I'm asking myself, do I read the scriptures with others? And the answer is sometimes, but not as a regular pattern in my life. And maybe that's something I need to be thinking about. How can I choose to read the scriptures with others? Because we're supposed to read them with other people who can help to be a mirror to us. So the Bible is a mirror. The Bible shows us what we're really like, as well as pointing the way towards Jesus. When we read the Bible with someone else, what they're able to do is angle the mirror towards us in ways we would refuse to do to ourselves, and able to see what we're really like. Able in that to actually see our sin reflected, able to be led to where we should repent, able to be pointed towards Jesus in ways that are helpful to us, but we'd probably avoid if it was just us doing it. But what would that look like? How could you're watching this and you think, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Hopefully so. But how can you actually go about doing that? What could you do that would be reading the Bible in community in this particular moment? Well, get on Zoom or a different video chatting software. Find a couple of friends and choose to literally read the Bible together, or to have read something previously and come to discuss it. WhatsApp with some friends about what you're reading at the moment. Why don't you ask them some questions about what they're reading? Tell them what you're reading. What are you struggling with? What's encouraging you? What are you learning about Jesus? Why don't we tell each other? We will be, friends, a community more like the people of God if we start to share and tell each other what we're reading in the Bible, if we start to read the Bible in community.